Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report, as well as my keto life. I am working on dinner right now. I thought my niece and nephew were coming over, and they absolutely positively love tacos, and I was going to be making tacos for them, and I was going to be making like a taco bowl for everybody else. So that changed. So everybody who's actually coming over, my daughter and her friends, are all doing keto, which is great. So we're still going to do the tacos, and I'm going to do like meat tacos with ground beef, and we're going to go ahead and do shrimp tacos as well. But we're actually going to do it more like a taco bowl instead, okay? So here's what I've got thus far. I've got look at that. Great salad. I got romaine, I've got iceberg in there, I've got red onions, I've got regular onions in there, and, washed it real good. Make sure you wash. Let me turn this on because that was a little hot. Make sure you wash your lettuce and stuff, because here's what happens. When they fertilize the fields, sometimes the fields might not be quite as clean as you would like. And so you get sewage sometimes on the fields. And nobody wants to have sewage on the stuff because it breeds E. coli. So make sure you wash your lettuce, okay? In fact, wash all your produce. And also too, keep in mind, like when it's like fresh and open and all that, that other people have been touching it and things. So we have that, and look at this. Woo! Homemade picante sauce. Really simple. Red onions, white onions, cilantro. I use a can of Rotel to cheat, and then I use cherry tomatoes to cut those up. A little bit of lemon juice, some chipotle chili powder, and some garlic salt. Although I learned something new thanks to my wonderful wife today. As we were coming up the road, we were going through and listening to a whole keto, I was listening to her read a book on keto. And one of the problems that happens with keto, and here's what I'm doing here too. You got some spinach. It was getting ready to get kind of old, so I wanted to go ahead and get that cooked. So I actually took some cream cheese in here. Woo! We're going to put that in with some heavy cream. That was not the right one. That's the one that's open. A little heavy cream. And Parmesan cheese, salt, and pepper. Look, just going to let that melt together, and that's going to be some nice creamy spinach. Oh. One of the things I learned is when you do keto, it takes out a lot of salt in your system. So everybody uses pink salt, Himalayan salt. But what I found out is you need to use iodized salt, because the iodines go down in your system as well.
Careful, that might have been just for women over 50.
Well, okay, that's for women over 50. But we'll find out. Oh, that looks good. So, this is actually hamburger and ground pork mixed tacos. So we're going to try something a little different here. And here's the thing. Sometimes you have a hard time getting into ketosis. It's because your balances really need to be right. Well, these avocados are perfect. Look at that. Wow. Look at, that's nice and soft, but not brown. You got to remember that, sadly, about 4 ounces is about all you're supposed to have of meat, protein, and about 70% is supposed to be fats. So, if you overdo it on the proteins,
They're still having bad tremors in Puerto Rico.
They're still having tremors.
Yeah. They said over 100, but it's probably gonna be more.
Yeah. They said that thoughts and prayers for everybody from the.
It wasn't the actual earthquake; it was the tremors.
Right. Well, that's
Over
what they
100.
said. Yeah, the tremors.
But
People are sleeping outside right now in Puerto Rico. It's bad with the. They had a
the
second
southern
aftershock.
side. They said it's so bad that on the southern side, the power plant's gonna go for a whole month. Just that one.
Yeah.
And all the other ones are over power. What do you call it?
So,
Overworked
Yeah.
to compensate.
All right. So, thoughts and prayers to everybody in Puerto Rico and everybody who was dealing with the tornadoes and stuff last night as well. Q told me that 3 people were killed from the tornadoes in his area. So, everybody be safe out there. So, here's the thing with you got to make sure you get your fats. You have to have like 70% fats, and you get basically 20 carbohydrates in a day. And if you end up having too much carbohydrates or sugar, you're not going to get in ketosis, in which case you're not going to have that great burn. Now, another thing, and here's the problem, of course, is you don't know what to believe. There's so much fake information out there in the world that, look at that. Look at those fresh avocados. The grocery store down the country there had them 2 for $1. So what I like to do, garlic salt. You know I love Worcestershire sauce. A little of that in there. Now if you want to spread it more, you put sour cream in it. But I like to do it just fresh as possible. And I like to take some fresh cilantro. Chop that up, put in there, salt and pepper, and garlic salt. And don't forget the lemon juice. Don't forget that. Because that keeps it from turning brown, so it'll stay fresher longer. And then just mash it up. Real simple, real easy, real fresh. And I gotta tell you, you buy that little cup of it at Chipotle, and it costs you an arm and 3 legs. Cook at home. Just cook at home. So I started on Monday, and thus far, it's Saturday, and I'm down 4. So we're going to finish browning that, put some seasoning in it. That's done. We're going to chop this up. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, you could eat this just by itself. So here's the thing. You've got to have plenty of fats. This is fats. Coconut oil is fats. MCT oil is fat. Cheese is fats. Sour cream, fat. So you've got to make sure you get tons and tons of that. That's why I made that creamy spinach, because you're getting some good vegetables in there, and then you're getting the fat with the cheeses and things in there. So that's going to be fantastic. Turn that down because that's done. Look at it. Ooh. Look at that. Look at that. That's nice. All right, so I'm going to let that cook, and then I'll show you the final product. All right, so my ground beef actually is just about done. I ended up buying taco seasoning, and actually I should check and make sure that there's 20 calories. Not very much sugar. That's one of the last ingredients. But I end up putting that in there. For the shrimp, what I do is, okay, I've got Chipotle chili powder in there. I've got some garlic salt on there. I put a little bit of lemon juice, or if you want to put lime juice in with there. And I'm going to chop up a lot of fresh garlic, and I'm actually going to cook these in butter. Oh, so they're going to be nice and savory. And I like spices, so here's what I do. I get chipotle peppers in the adobe sauce, and I chop that up in there because that'll give it a kick. Now see, here's a little secret too, that you may not know, that spicy foods actually help you lose weight too, because you sweat, and it ends up making you slow down as you eat, and it's actually good for your digestive system, which doesn't make sense, but yeah, it actually helps you digest. Oh, and there's one other thing I also like to put in here too, because I like to spread the mojo. I use mojo seasoning because that is great with chicken. I like to use that with like some herb garlic seasoning and a little bit of Tony Chorizo's sauce. Oh man, see, this will give it kind of that smoked pepper taste to it. Okay, let me wash my hands here. And my knife. Let's get the mojo. This stuff right here, it's fantastic taste to it. Does not have the sugar and all in it. So I put this all in here and mix that up. And when you cook that, it's going to be spicy, it's going to be flavorful, and you're going to love it on your taco salad. Now, if I wanted to be really fancy, I just don't feel like doing it right now. You could take Parmesan cheese and make chips. You put them on a non-stick cookie sheet, put them in the oven on 350, and once it starts to brown, look at that. Once it starts to brown, then you go ahead and take it out, pull it off the tray, and put it on a thing to cool, and just break it up into pieces. And it's really nice and crunchy. Great texture and all that for you. All right, I'm just going to take a little bit of this fat off of here and get some agua and the chili taco seasoning on here. I'm going to leave some of that in there because you need that fat. I like my chipotle pepper in here too, just to give it. I am literally hooked on chipotle chili powder. That's good. Need a little more seasoning. And a little extra salt. And a little more agua. So, Michael Anthony's actually not doing keto, but he'll make himself like some burritos or tacos and things with this. And I can turn that down. And let's see. All right, you're supposed to use your grass-fed ghee butter. Only problem with that is this stuff is expensive, so I try to use it sparingly. I use a lot of times regular salted stick butter. I know I'm cheap, but hey, you got to do what you got to do to survive. And if you're like me on a budget, you try and follow it as much as possible, and cut corners where you can. All right, that's done. I'm gonna wait because our company's not here yet because I want to cook the shrimp just in time for it to be finished. So that way, boom, chakalaka, they're fresh. All right, so we're coming down the home stretch here, all right? I've got my regular stainless steel pan getting hot. I'm gonna get some of my ghee butter here, okay? I'm gonna put some ghee butter in there to melt. And then I'm gonna put some garlic in there, get that good and hot, because you want that sucker hot. I mean hot, hot. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil. Olive oil. Boom. And I'm gonna put my garlic in here. See, I chopped up my garlic. Don't smash your garlic. Don't do that. Do not abuse the garlic. Some people put it in a garlic masher, you know, and squeeze it. All the juice comes out of it. You want juicy garlic, okay? Don't do that. Just take your time. You don't be in a rush. And take care of your garlic, okay? So we're getting that up on high, getting that butter melted. Now let me show you our toppings over here. This is our taco salad bar, okay? So come on over here. Come on over here. Come over here. Look at this. All right, so we got our lettuce and onions and stuff in here. We've got like a spring mix. We got romaine. We got iceberg. We've got some like look at this fresh made guacamole. Look at that, homemade. Cheddar cheese, more fat, sour cream, homemade picante sauce, some extra slices of hot peppers. Oh, let me get the hot sauce. My Puerto Rican hot sauce. Thoughts and prayers to everybody in Puerto Rico right now. I'll be back and I'll be getting some more of that. All right, so you see our onions, our garlic is browning in here. That's good and hot. Let's get them shrimp up in here. Ooh, boy. Look at that. Ooh. Now, this is one of the disadvantages of having an electric stove. Is unfortunately when you have these burners like this, they don't stay as hot as you like, and it takes a moment for them to catch up, and it drives me freaking crazy because I miss having a gas stove. But what you're going to do is they're going to turn just like that and get firm when they're done. And try not to cook the shrimp too soon, before your company gets here, because if you do, it's going to be rubbery. So if you make a soup that's got shrimp in it and stuff, put the shrimp in last and then serve it. So that way it's good and fresh. Now we got our ground beef here. And we're going to get a nice bed of lettuce on there. We're going to go ahead and put, I didn't make the blue cheese salad dressing. Damn. Well, I guess I better get to it. Let's make some blue cheese dressing to go on it, because if you have the salad, that blue cheese, that's more fat for us. Always so much to do, but here's my recipe. Look, sour cream, bam. Some buttermilk, bam. Mayonnaise, bam. Stir the shrimp. Worcestershire sauce. That one of blue cheese. Let's open up the other one. Blue cheese, lemon juice, keeps it fresh. Garlic salt, pepper, onion powder, and most important, ground mustard. Oh, it's not open. And the shrimp are done. And then you're just going to stir that up together. If it's really too thick for you, add a little more buttermilk to it. And then put some parsley with it as well. Look at that. That's going to be a great salad dressing. Ooh, boy. Parsley, 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 parsley. Where are you, parsley? Parsley. Parsley. That's basil. That's red pepper. Parsley, there we go. Bam. If you have fresh parsley, it's even better. But we've got some dried in there. Look at that. Ooh. Okay. Now all that's left to do is get a bowl, put a bed of lettuce on it, put a little bit of this on top of it, and then you can put whatever meat that you want to with it, cheese and toppings and stuff, and that is a fat-filled, great meal. In fact, I'm going to turn this stuff off, and I'm going to make one right now. Come on over here. Look. Let's finish getting these toppings on here. Ooh, Nelly. Can you see that? Oops, I'm sorry. Look at that. And there you go. Now let's do the taste test. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Now that's a meal. Oh, let's try one of shrimp. Oh, I love my Puerto Rican. That is good. That's real good. You got hot. You got spicy. You got crunchiness with the peppers. You've got the blue cheese. The sour cream that's cooling. Got food on my lip. That's good. All right, so I'm trying to keep up with a video a day on my keto with what I'm doing and how I'm doing. So far, down 4 pounds since Monday. Mm. That's really good. I'm Mark Home, and I will. Ooh. Gotta get the jalapeno peppers. You can tell it's spicy. I'm sweating. I love it. All right. I need to fix the plates for everybody else. I'll see you guys later. Hey, y'all. Dinner's ready.